There's a small PS5 update available now, but you should be excited for the spring update. And is the PSN freezing PS5s? How's it going, everyone? Welcome to PSReady. I'm here with Ray, first two-host video of the year.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Let's go.
The Last of Us TV show premieres Sunday. Pretty excited. I got the report from my friend Jake Baldino. I sent him to the premiere, and he gave me the report, said it's great. Said it's very scary, and we should all be excited to check it out.
Does it still have that like personal human touch to it? Like
I guess. I don't know. I'm excited. I think Pedro Pascal's a cool guy. So yeah, that comes out Sunday, tomorrow by the time you're seeing this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments if you check it out. But the first thing we got to talk about is this brand new PS5 update that gets the console ready for the DualSense Edge. Ray, are you excited for the DualSense Edge?
I actually am really excited for the DualSense Edge. I've gotten overly reliant on like pro controller format. Okay. Especially the back pedals on the back. It makes it really hard to switch between having full control on both thumbsticks while also having the ABXY buttons on my Xbox. Yeah. And then going to it's kind of a weird, I know it sounds like pretentious and elitist and snooty, but I'm really excited to have a similar experience on my PlayStation console. I feel like it would have really come in handy on especially God of War, where it's like camera manipulation is crucial in terms of the movement and not having to take my thumb off of the thumbstick in favor of like using the attack commands and the triangle, square, X, and circle buttons. Or is it a circle or an O?
Circle.
Circle.
You say square, cross for X.
That's what it is. A
circle,
cross.
Triangle. Yeah, cross for X.
So yeah, I'm excited to have that experience on my PlayStation. A first party. I know there's a lot of more expensive like third party ones that we've talked about.
Like the Scuff.
Yeah, like the Scuff one.
Scuff controller.
Yeah, I'm excited to have like a first party solution.
I'm excited because I've been using the DualSense for everything lately. They fixed something on PC with Destiny where it works now. The only weird thing is the vibration kind of goes out sometimes, like it just goes away. But then I was sitting there like, oh, my alternative is like I play on keyboard and mouse, which doesn't have vibration. So I just turn it off in the game and it's totally fine. And I've been using it over Bluetooth with Steam to play Death Stranding Director's Cut because that's where my save was. And it works great. Works great with Bluetooth. So I'm going to be using this DualSense Edge on PC. I'm going to be using it on PS5. When they release the New Game Plus for Callisto Protocol, I'm really excited to go back and get that platinum. Dead Space is coming out soon. I'm definitely getting that on PS5. I think I might go back for some Horizon Forbidden West action, and yeah, I'm just excited to test out that controller. I think it's weird kind of that the PS5 needs a software update, like it's just a totally different controller, which is weird because when you connect like the Elite controller to your PC or your Xbox, it knows it's an Elite controller, but it like Windows treats it as just a regular old Xbox controller.
Yeah, I get it. When it shows up in the Bluetooth on like when I'm pairing with Windows device or a tablet, it just says Xbox wireless controller. It doesn't say Pro.
And I think it's cool. Like, yeah, it sucks that the battery on the DualSense Edge is worse than the regular DualSense because the DualSense battery already is not that great. But they don't like advertise the fact that it comes with an extremely long cable that like locks into the controller, which will make it, like when you have a controller, right? Like an Xbox controller or a DualSense, you get a long braided cable. It feels like not like it's part of the controller because it just like plugs in and it can fly out if you move the controller, like it's just like not part of the controller. But having it have a locking mechanism in there makes the controller feel wired. I think that's a good like stopgap. I obviously would like to see a bigger battery though.
Some people are deadly opposed to wired controllers though. I was just talking about that new QD Pro that's coming to Xbox. It's made by Asus, which is it's an officially licensed Xbox product, but it's geared obviously towards PC users, right? And if you use it on an Xbox console, you have to have it plugged in. And I mentioned that, and people were in the comments like, "Plugged in? I'm out. I can't do it. I can't do plugged in controllers anymore. I gotta have wireless." So I don't know if that's going to be a huge factor when it comes to this DualSense Edge. But that's just my experience on the Xbox channel.
I thought it was like a big issue, but like when you play Destiny on PC, even though I figured out the issues with using it at all, you have to use it wired for that game. Bluetooth works for a lot of other games like God of War, but you have to use it wired on the PC, and it's fine. Like I have a really long cable. I enjoy it. I'd prefer to use the DualSense wired than my Series controller wireless at this point. This video is sponsored by Factor. Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever. They deliver fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals right to your doorstep. Their team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity, so you can feel great all day after eating their food, which includes seafood, meat, and plant-based meals. Meal plans range from 4 to 18 meals a week, and you can add more or reduce meals to meet your specific needs. And the best part is you can easily skip a week if you need or want to. The food is obviously great, but the biggest reason I enjoy it comes down to convenience. You get a box that's packed nicely with dry ice, you transfer the meals right to your fridge, and then you heat them up, which is super simple. There's no real cooking involved here, which is great for busy people like me. So if you want to try Factor for yourself, you can head to factor75.com, or you can click the link in the description and use the code PSReady60 for 60% off your first Factor box. Once again, you can head to factor75.com, or you can use that link in the description with code PSReady60 and you will get 60% off your first Factor box. Thanks again to Factor for sponsoring this video. Just because I like the triggers, I like the way it feels in the hand, and I don't know, just prefer that controller. So
I don't mind it because I game at a desk, so it doesn't really matter. I'm like right up on near it, but like if I was in a living room and like gaming on a TV that was maybe like 10-12 feet away from me, like I would see how a freaking wired controller would be a pain in the butt. Or like, you know, plugging in your DualSense Edge when it's run out of batteries to continue playing.
Yeah, I'm just excited to get my hands on this thing, honestly. I just want to keep it in my bag always. I'll connect it to my Steam Deck, I'll connect it to my PC, I'll connect it to my PS5. But that's not the only PS5 update we have to look forward to, because the spring update, PS5 update 7.0, whatever it's going to be called, I bet it will be called PS5 update 7.0. Actually, I think that's a good title for it. Like that's what they call all the other ones. The Insider Gaming website, which is quickly becoming my favorite gaming news website, they are reporting that it's almost done and we could see it start rolling out in a beta by the end of January. Like that's when the ship date is on it. And that update is important because not only does it have streamable PS5 games, yay, it also has a Discord integration with the PS5.
That is huge. And I wonder how far the Discord integration is going to go.
Right.
Obviously, over on the Xbox side, it's just voice chat. So any server that you're a part of, you can join the voice chats within that specific server. And you can also join a private call on your Xbox as well on Discord if you just want to have a one-on-one.
How does it work? So like if someone's on Xbox Live, right? Like do you click on their name and then you can, is it like a drop down that's like also join Discord or join Xbox chat, or like do you see a separate Discord friends list?
So you go to chat, right?
Yeah.
Parties and chat, which is where you have all your, you know, standard like Xbox friend social stuff. Then there's a specific tab that says join a Discord voice channel, and then you click that, and that has all the Discord stuff after you link it to your Xbox profile. I'm wondering on PlayStation, because they're a shareholder, right, of Discord.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, they're
Sony
a shareholder in Epic Games too, and like
Yeah.
everything, like Fortnite looks better on Xbox.
I'm wondering like how far the integration is going to go. Like, are you going to be able to access like the full app on PlayStation? That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
That's what I want so badly. I use my PlayStation with the InZone H7 headset, which is an awesome headset. I highly recommend it. Like if you're looking at the Pulse or that, and you've got the extra money, go for the H7, mainly because it has not only the awesome dongle with a little switch on it that lets you switch it between PS5 and PC, it also allows you to use Bluetooth at the same time. So what I've done is connect that to my phone. Like I know that you can on the PlayStation, because I used to do this all the time. You can open up Spotify in the background, play Spotify music, and like volume mix it, right? It works so much better if you just connect your headset to your phone at the same time, and then you can change the songs in your phone super easily. But I've also been doing Discord calls that way. I think it'll be much better keeping my phone reserved for music or YouTube videos or whatever I want to plumb through the headset, and then keep Discord native on the PlayStation. But I will say, I noticed in the comments people were saying that they want to keep the PlayStation chat around still, just in case Discord has an outage or that's where they already have all their friends. I think that is a good point, because last time I talked about this, I think I suggested removing the PlayStation Network chat like completely and just making Discord the PlayStation chat. And I think it would be better just to have both, honestly. Now that I've
you
read
have the options.
some feedback from some people, and I agree with what they're saying.
It's super convenient, at least having it on Xbox, because I used to do the same thing. I would have like my headphones connected to my phone and my Xbox, or also like my laptop and my Xbox, mix it back and forth, because all my friends, they play on PC. And they use Discord to communicate with each other.
Right.
And so I was the odd man out of like, I play on my Xbox, but like I also have to try to communicate with them on Discord, because like Xbox game chat it's like all kind of wonky. So being able to join it directly from my Xbox is so convenient, and still have access to game and proximity chat. So it's going to be huge when it comes to PlayStation.
I agree. I'm like super excited for that. It feels like a feature that people would like always want and then they would never make, but it's cool that it's actually happening. Like they're all just throwing up their hands and admitting defeat. The Nintendo Switch got it, that'd be cool too, because they need some sort of chat feature. But yeah, this is a cool way to connect all the consoles, right? Like you could technically do cross console chat. Like if you were on Discord on your Xbox and we were on the same server and we were playing a cross play game like Fortnite or Destiny, we could just have a chat and it wouldn't even be a problem. Whereas now the way it's set up, you basically have to have two different devices. You have to have your phone with Discord and a headset like the H7 that I have, or you have to have your PC next to you. It's just like a cumbersome process, because Discord on the phone, it's great, but when you put your phone into sleep mode, sometimes it cuts out the audio of your mic, and it's just a big mess. So yeah, this is like the best of both worlds situation, where they're just going with the simplest option for everyone, which is something you wouldn't have seen Sony or to some extent Microsoft do like a generation ago.
No, yeah. I mean, Microsoft tried to buy Discord, and then Discord was like, nah, I'm good.
That's good. I don't think anyone should have been able to buy Discord.
But yeah, like you're saying, it could potentially be a true cross-platform communication tool, which is the most exciting.
There is one big reason people should be excited that Discord might be replacing some functions of the PlayStation Network, though, and that's because the PSN is it's a mess sometimes. So right now, Sony just put out their new terms of service, right? And that's fine. You have to accept new terms of service on everything. Whether
of course. Standard
practice.
Whether it's your
Xbox, your phone, your game, Twitter, like, everything has terms of service now, and they're crazy about it. So like Starbucks just had their terms of service updated, and they hid in there real tiny. They increased the amount of stars it takes to get a free drink, so that kind of sucks. PlayStation not free from controversy on this one, though, because there's been an issue going around that this notification that makes you accept the new terms of service is not only like kicking you out of online games, it's also freezing your PS5. So yeah, so basically, if you don't accept it before your PS5 freezes, you have to restart, enter a new online game, and when you enter the new online game, the PS5 is like, oh, this person's in an online game, and they haven't accepted the new terms of service. They gotta accept the terms of service, and then it's a total crapshoot on whether or not it's gonna completely freeze your PS5 again. So it could create a loop of bad feedback. It's only online games, so obviously it's happening to a lot of people in Warzone 2 and like Modern Warfare 2 online. There is a workaround, though. You can go on the PS app on your phone, and when you boot up the app and sign into the PlayStation Network, the app will prompt you to accept the new terms of service, and then you'll be good on your PlayStation 5. It's really an account-based thing. Obviously, not a good situation. They should figure out how to make it not freeze the PS5s, but a lot of times when stuff like this happens, there is no workaround, so it's good to see that there is one.
Do you think they'll fix it in this new update that they're going to be rolling out that we were just talking about? They'll do some sort of hot fix.
Yeah, they'll definitely do a hot fix. I hope so, sooner rather than later. I just got to give Sony props this gen, because I've been a PlayStation fan since the PS3 generation, and they have had issues with the PlayStation Network that have gone on for months and just never get fixed, some of them. But now it seems like every time an issue pops up with the PS5, they are like on it within sometimes hours. Like, it's kind of crazy how fast they're able to fix some of these critical problems. But right now, this one is like a plague on people. That's really not fun.
I mean, yeah, so much of their revenue, it seems, comes from these big multiplayer titles.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty, like these other shooters. Destiny, maybe, I would say, probably has a huge population on PlayStation. So yeah, it's probably to their benefit to get it sorted out as quick as possible, not even including like the free-to-play stuff, Fortnite, freaking Apex Legends, Warzone, games like that.
Yeah, I feel like Apex has got to be pushing a ton of revenue, because Apex is like silently very popular. I feel like, you know, like if you're tuned into Apex, you like know all the streamers and all the YouTubers and stuff. But if you're not tuned in, you don't hear about it all that much, you know, like, and same with the Overwatch at this point. Like all these online games, they have their own like completely different communities. It's kind of crazy.
Well, do you think they're generating more revenue, at least from the new look PS Plus, that they can then use on the maintenance costs for PlayStation Network?
So
Or do you think
the last
it's
time we
like,
talked about this, it was that the revenue overall was up on PlayStation Plus because so many people subscribed to Extra, but the overall amount of people using PlayStation Plus was down. And I think that really came down to the fact that Essential had a few bad months last year. Like most of last year was pretty good with Essentials free games, but after like towards the end of the year, towards the end of the summer, there's like 2 or 3 months in a row that had some pretty weak offerings, and there wasn't a lot of online games coming out last year leading up to Call of Duty where you need PS Plus. So maybe people just let it lapse. I think Extra is doing pretty well right now, especially because there's a current sale running that makes it so you can pay $60 and get a year of Extra, which is the price of Essential. And Essential's not on sale, so they're basically presenting people with the option of like, get an entire library of games for a year or don't for the same price. You know, like I like what they're doing with the cost. I like what they're doing with like the discounts. There are some games that don't need it. It was kind of jarring when I booted up Destiny on my PS5 because I hadn't played it on PS5 for a while, but I bought the Witch Queen when it was on sale, and then I booted it up and I tried to do a strike, and it was like, you need PS Plus, and I was like, what?
dude?
So then, yeah, I got a year of PS Plus Extra. It's pretty cool.
Nice.